Laurie lost the toss, and England went to bat on an amiable oval pitch. Milburn announced himself thunderously. The Australians, though, set out to pin him down, did it, and bowled him. Dexter played another controlled innings. He was out playing for lunch. Cowdrey looked in form. But his was Ashley Mallett's first Test wicket. Once more, it was Edrich who stayed. Only one English batsman, Dennis Compton, has scored more runs in an English home series against Australia than Edrich in this one. He knows just what he can do, and he does it extremely well. Edrich's chief partner was Tom Graveney, the easiest batsman of our time to watch. They made 125 together before Graveney was rather surprisingly out. So, D'Oliveira was in at the end of a solid, if not exciting, day for England. As Thursday had been Edrich's day, so Friday was D'Oliveira's. Looking as cool and unruffled as ever, he lifted England's scoring rate, not beyond the limit of safety, but healthily and steadily with his own particular range of strokes. Edrich's was the highest innings of the series. Then there was no one except Knott to stay for long with D'Oliveira. Wickets fell regularly at the other end, but D'Oliveira contrived enough of the bowling to play an innings of 158 before a full oval ground. The England innings, though, ended in security. Australia's began with a counter by Milburn, faster than he looked, to put out Inverarity. Laurie, no peep of light between bat and pad, kept the innings steady. At the other end, Redpath had a little luck, especially against snow. So to Saturday, another batsman's day, this time Bill Laurie's. From first thing in the morning to last thing at night, he was there. Once his eye was in, and it wasn't at the start against snow, he was the solid, safe, wise man. He must have been galled to have to stand and watch wickets fall so inexplicably at the other end. Certainly the pitch had nothing to do with 5 men being out for only 52 runs. Mackenzie, though, buckled to and stayed for an hour. His partner, Mallett, carefully and correctly found his feet for nearly an hour until the end of Saturday. Then, Australia were only 31 runs away from their first objective, avoiding the follow-on. On Monday morning, their position became suddenly and unexpectedly more precarious when, as nobody ever expects, Laurie was out. An inside edge off Snow to Knott. So Mallett, chosen as a bowler, was left to justify himself as a Test batsman, and he did. He and Gleeson, full of good country common sense, saw away the fear of the follow-on. And Connolly stayed for nearly an hour to score 3, his highest score of the series. And with Mallet, the last 2 wickets had endured for 55 runs in the best part of 2 hours. So England batted again under time pressure, 170 on with less than 10 hours left. They had to go quickly, and Milburn announced they would from the very first ball. Bill Lawrie first caught Milburn, and then, to the surprise of the experts, brought on Mallet opposite Connolly. Though, less surprisingly, he set defensive fields for both of them. One by one, the English batsmen set about keeping up a rate of a run a minute, and paid for it with their wickets. There was no major individual innings, but everyone made his contribution. They were all out at 5:45, leaving Australia 352 runs to win in 393 minutes, with just over half an hour to bat that night. Their main hope of achieving a win disappeared within moments. Lawrie was out. Milburn again. In the last minute of the day, too, Redpath went. So the final day of the series began with the simple choice of issues, or it seemed simple, of Australia needing 339 runs and England 8 wickets in 6 hours. Even Underwood's remaining half over was difficult. Within moments, the redoubtable Chappell was out. There was a spot for the bowler from the Vauxhall end, and from time to time, Underwood hit it devastatingly. Cowdrey set an exaggeratedly attacking field. Inverarity, who'd so far had a disappointing summer, emanated soundness, and stylish soundness at that. When Sheehan was out at 110, the Australian tail was exposed. Jarman was in with Inverarity when, a couple of minutes before lunch at 86 for 5, the players went off for the first drops of a thunder shower which, in less than an hour, reduced the Oval to a series of minor lakes. Thanks to the mass effort, play could start at 5:15, an hour and a quarter left, when Australia had no chance of scoring 266, and England wanted 5 more wickets. And it only seemed possible that they'd take them if the drying wicket misbehaved. It never did. It was too wet. Still, Cowdrey set an unheard-of field and shuffled through his hand of bowlers, hopefully, but with no advantage for 40 minutes. Then, D'Oliveira, his 5th bowler since play restarted, floated one past no stroke at all from Jarman and clipped away the off bail. Cowdrey whipped off D'Oliveira and brought Underwood back. Mallet got the one difficult ball of the after-rain period, and Brown, of the many about him, took the catch. Mackenzie simply didn't play carefully enough. David Brown signalled the dawning of England's hope. Gleeson stayed for 1/4 of an hour, playing Underwood with a little luck and nice judgment, with his pad or his bat or not at all, until Cowdrey brought Underwood back to the old over-the-wicket line, and that was the end of Gleeson, abstaining. So Connolly came in, with 10 minutes and 1 wicket left. Five minutes of unbearably tense cricket. Then, when it seemed that Inverarity must carry his bat, Underwood managed to half straighten one ball, and that was the end. England had tied the rubber. so the 1968 series, a series